million people in China that love basketball. Ask Dwayne Wade, ask Kobe Bryant, ask LeBron, ask James Harden how much money they make when they go over there and sell them sneakers. But because of what I perceive as white privilege, I can say what I want to say when I want to say it. He opened his mouth and firmly jammed his foot in it. Because don't speak about what's going on in somebody else's country. You got the right to talk about whatever. Ice-T said it back in 1989. Freedom of speech, just watch what you say. And this is biting them in the ass. See, and then the NBA hurried up and said, hey, he got the right to say what he want to say. And that's when China started unplugging other things. See, the thing is, you do have a right to say what you want to say. You got the right to call me that one word that might get your ass kicked. But that's the receipt that come along with saying that word. You might get your ass kicked. And Brother Morey, he might lose his job because he felt a need to speak about another country while under the auspice of the Houston Rockets. See, I'm not finna pull a Stephen A. Smith and say he shouldn't have said it. What I am gonna say is you shouldn't have said it while being under the employment of another entity, because you just cost that team people and money and jobs. I'm quite sure Stephen A. Smith took that side because, Stephen A. Smith, he is never going to buck against the system, and it's not going to be a Stephen A. Smith segment because he's a sucker MC. But back to the story. But this is what I'm talking about. The NBA is always talking about speaking up for social injustice, speaking up for the rights of the people, yada, yada, yada. You can say what you want to say and encourage and everything, but the moment they start losing money, they ass start backpedaling. You'd have thought that Deion Sanders was the general manager of the Houston Rockets. See, they've bamboozled you first and foremost, and as I continue this, they've bamboozled us first and foremost. And the reason I say that is this. Colin Kaepernick 4 years ago, started sitting down during the national anthem. He had a conversation with a Marine, and the Marine told him, look, Colin, why don't you kneel as a symbol of respect from the military? That way you won't get in trouble. Yada, 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 y'all know the rest. The NFL, who's known as the good old boy network, are just a bunch of rich billionaires who's racist and they don't care about us. Let's boycott them. I'm one of those people. But, you know what's funny? The NBA blackballed our brother Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf almost 20 years ago. He was a budding superstar. This dude, how many times have you ever heard of a dude who leading the team in assists and scoring and being put on the bench? Think about that. I lead the team in assists and scoring, but we're going to shake up things and put you on the bench. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf used to be in the locker room. They forced him out for the national anthem. They have a rule in the collective bargaining agreement that everybody will stand. The NFL don't have that. See, so while everybody hollering the NBA is woke, they got our back. No, they don't. They got their own back. And I'm not saying that they're wrong for having their own back because this is the way they earn their money. But let's not always fall for the okie doke and go along to get along and all the other bromites that come along with that. Let's not do that because the NBA is in this shit to get paid. PAID. They don't care about poor people. They don't care about anything but the bottom line, and that's money. So while everybody was running around talking about the NBA woke, they let LeBron say what he want to say. What else they going to do? See, this is the thing about the National Basketball Association, as well as Major League Baseball. Well, Major League Baseball don't give a damn, but this is the thing about the National Basketball Association. There is no NFL Europe, NFL Asia, NFL Australia, NFL South America. There is no NFL there. So if you're a football player, you must comply or get ostracized. But if you are a basketball player, big time basketball player, you can go down to Australia and make you $4, $5, $6 million. And then you can go get you some of them gym shoes like that young boy up out of Texas. He was a McDonald's All-American. He said, enough of this college nonsense. I'm going to go and make me some money overseas. And he getting paid in Australia right now. And he got a gym shoe deal over there too. So he a young boy, 19 years old. Imagine if LeBron or Dwayne Wade did that. It'll be a whole nother situation. And the NBA know that. And because they know that, they stay in step. And they will continue to stay locked in step with these young boys because they know there's an alternative. So they look woke. Oh, well, we working with y'all. We working with y'all. Y'all, they ain't working with no damn body. They only working for the benefit of the National Basketball Association. And are they wrong for that? Hell no. But don't lie to my folks and get them, my issue is don't lie to my folks and act like y'all down. Cause y'all not. Because the moment that billion people the plug got pulled on a billion people in China, y'all start kissing ass and backpedaling. Deion Sanders and Rob Wilson showed up. So while y'all think the NBA is woke, they're not. They're not. They're just like the rest of the billionaires in the world. Like I said earlier in the show, it's not about making things work for the community. It's about making those 30 men in those seats billions of dollars. And if you don't believe me, you don't have to. But all I know is the NFL is the big bad wolf, and I can't believe them. But the NBA is the league with the rule that you got to stand your ass up for that national anthem. They are the league that got rid of Mahmoud Abdul Rauf, the Muslim who never caused any problem. When he was Chris Jackson, struggling with Tourette syndrome, involuntary body movements and outbursts, they were cool with that. But the moment he became Mahmoud Abdul Rauf, immersed himself in his faith, through his faith and diet, healed his body, and was praying to Allah instead of Jesus and God, there's a problem. Like I said earlier in the show, I don't care who you pray to. If Islam, Judaism, Buddhism, anything, Christianity, whatever God you pray to, if that makes you a better person, keep praying, man. Keep praying. But all I'm saying is, while y'all praising the NBA, ask Mahmoud Abdul Rauf how fair the NBA is. Ask him how woke they are, because they not woke at all. That's gang. You know what they call in the streets of Chicago? That's gang. You know, that is pure, unadulterated gang. With that being said, let me go on over to my NBA segment. Well, continue my NBA segment. Now, big ups to Rod Thorne, the dude who drafted Michael Jordan. For whatever reason, he get a lot of props for drafting Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was a 2-time player of the year in the ACC and 1-time national player of the year, and won an NCAA championship and dominated college. That wasn't no, oh wow, we discovered Michael Jordan. You ain't discovered nothing, man. The dude was killing in college. You ain't think he was gonna be Michael Jordan, but you still get, I'm gonna give you your props for that, but not so much. There ain't a whole lot of news outside of that besides Zion Williamson and the other rookies starting their careers. The preseason is on NBA TV. Shout out to my man Joe from Houston. Yep, insider. But I'm gonna go do this little segment. These the best players. These gonna be the HRap. They got all NBA and all that. It's the all end of the bench teams. Power forward, I'm going with Anthony Davis, Julius Randle. These are the guys who are going at the power forward, going to dominate this year to me. And the young boy Marvin Bagley, third out of the Sacramento Kings. I think Julius Randle will get the props that he deserves because he's in New York City. And if you watched the news last night, you saw Marquise Morris, a little feisty, bop old boy on the head with the basketball. I think that is things. I'm not telling y'all that the New York Knicks are going to be. I'm not even saying that they're going to be in the playoffs, but the New York Knicks are not going to be the sorry-ass New York Knicks that they've been over the last 4 or 5 seasons. The reason I say that is because David Fizdale is there, and he is not going to allow them to be punks. He's created a culture, and now after one season, I think they are going to start ticking towards the playoff. I just think when you got dudes ready to fight in the preseason, that means Fizdale, in my opinion, has gotten those young boys' ears. You got the young boy Julius Randle, 20-9. You got Marcus Morris, because Marquise played for another team. Marcus Morris bringing a little toughness, a little veteran savvy. I think the Knicks are going to be at 500 or somewhere around 500. They're not going to be the 12, 14 win Knicks no more. That's why I got Marquise Morris, Julius Randle. I got Marvin Bagley, third out of Sacramento Kings, 6'11" kid. Of course, he's left-handed. Julius Randle, another left-hander, and a Chicagoan. Anthony Davis, that's the best power forwards in the league coming up. Big up. Small forward. Of course, the Kang, and Kawhi gonna be the best small forwards in the league this year. KD ain't gonna play at all, so he's not gonna make the list. I think I'm picking another young boy to come out of nowhere. He's gonna come into his own. He's playing the Alvin Gentry system. He was already established himself as a very good young player. Of course, he's left-handed too. But Brandon Ingram is the number 3 dude on the end of the bench team. Big ups to those dudes. Brandon Ingram, Kawhi Leonard, and the Kang. It's a recurring thing, left-handed ball players. But I'm not just picking them because they're left-handed. They just happen to be left-handed, and I'm picking them. But the best shooting guards in the league, I believe, DeMar DeRozan, he's going to have the young boy White, the point guard out of San Antonio, to feed him the ball and get him in the sweet spots. He's not going to have to handle as much. Greg Popovich is going to put him in an advantageous situation so he can expose his talents. He's already one of the better defenders in the league. He can handle the ball. Greg Popovich coaching, and I believe DeMar DeRozan is going to come into his own. He's going to take it up another level because, hey, remember, everybody didn't think the Spurs were going to do nothing last year, and he back. They got the point guard White back. They call the boy, and they got Marshall. I think the Spurs going to shock a couple people this year. Big ups to DeMar DeRozan. Next guard, nobody's really be thinking about this dude, but I think he's going to come back like he avenging his brother's death. He didn't miss anything, but this is one of the more versatile guys in the league. He can defend, he can pass, he can set up the offense, and he can shoot the lights out. He goes by the name of Bradley Beal. And, of course, James Harden. It's going to continue to be James Harden. I think his scoring is going to go down. His assists are going to go up. He is not going to be able to punk out at the end of the games because they got Russ down there to shoot wild, jack frantic ass shots. But I think it's going to work because he's going to set Russ up. Big ups to James Harden. He is going to be the number 1. Those are going to be 3 best guards, shooting guards in the league. And at the center position, it's no left-handers, surprisingly. But I'm going to go with Hassan Whiteside. The reason I'm going to go with Hassan Whiteside has all the talent in the world. He plays defense, he rebounds, he blocks shots, he can score, and his contract is up. We all know people start acting like they got some sense, less technical fouls, less problems, and less all that. He's going to be playing with Dame Dollars and CJ McCollum. He's going to have the big dude from Europe. I can't think of his name right now. The big center from Europe out there. He's coming back from a broken leg. He's going to be out there kicking ass. And I think this is exactly what the Portland Trail Blazers needed, an inside force to combat those three-point shooters and with those big-time shooters. I think Hassan Whiteside is going to be a big-time center this year. Next up is Karl Anthony Towns. I believe Karl Anthony Towns has been embarrassed by the verbiage and the verbal abuse of one Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler has been kicking him in his ass since he left the team. He wasn't focused. He's not this. He's not that. I think Karl Anthony Towns is going to rise up and be the dude that we thought he was going to do coming into the league. And, of course, the best center of the league and the dude who I think is unstoppable. He lost 25 pounds. He can pass. He can dribble. He can shoot the three. He got the back to the basket. He blocks shots. He got the personality. He has everything that you need to be a dominant, big-time ball player. And he is I'm not going to say that for a couple seconds. And he the dude who I think they're going to lean on. Big ups to him. And his name is Joel Embiid. Now, the dude who I think is going to be the Rookie of the Year. The Rookie of the Year, everybody assumes it's going to be Zion Williamson, and that's a good assumption. I'm not picking Zion Williamson to be Rookie of the Year. Zion Williamson is explosive. Zion Williamson is wildly talented, and Zion Williamson is going to get what I call the Vince Carter Award. Everybody know you got game, but everybody just think you a big-time dunker. People don't understand that Zion Williamson was a dude who was the backup point guard in high school. People don't understand the type of handle he got. People don't understand the way he can pass. So he's going to shock a bunch of people. But